Hello, hello, hello. We are here for our virtual cooking class. And today we're going to be making Snickerdoodle Cookies with Chef Bless and Chef Chris. So guys, before we begin, we want to make sure that we are washing our hands. So it's going to be very important, it's going to be very important that we wash our hands for 20 seconds. Chef Bless, can you show people how they're supposed to wash their hands?
Okay.
So we're going to use soap and water. We're going to rub. Yes, count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi until you get to 20. We're getting under the nails.
I don't do that.
You're supposed to though.
No, I don't say 1 Mississippi.
Well, you should, so we get the full 20 seconds.
No, I say 1, 2.
So our ingredients for today to make our Snickerdoodle cookies is going to be
Butter.
Yes, 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. We'll need salt, a half a teaspoon. We'll need cinnamon. We're going to need anywhere from a half a teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, and I'll explain that later.
They couldn't see your face.
It's okay. Vanilla extract. We're going to need 1 teaspoon of that. Cream of tartar. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of that. If you don't have the cream of tartar, we can use baking soda and lemon juice. So for every half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, you will need 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice.
And 2 teaspoons with lemon juice.
This is a teaspoon.
That's a teaspoon.
We're going to use these for measurements. So, in order to get the 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, we would need 4 teaspoons. So we can get the 2 teaspoons, because the 4 teaspoons, we need 4 half teaspoons. So in order to get that, we need 4 teaspoons of baking soda, and then we need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice with an additional 2 teaspoons. With an additional 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. So that will give us the 2 teaspoons total. We also need sugar, which is 1.5 cups. So this will be 1 cup. And I don't know if you have a similar measuring cup, but in here I can tell where it's 1/4.
Mommy, look.
Or I can tell if it's a half.
Hi.
Hey. Okay, and so then we also need, we did the cream of tartar, we did the salt, we did the vanilla, the flour, the baking soda. We need baking soda. We need a half a teaspoon, and then yes, we do. How many eggs do we need, Chef Bless?
2.
We need 2 eggs, and then that is pretty much it. So the first step is we have to make sure that our butter is softened. And the way that you know your butter is softened, I'm going to just open this up for you so you can see, is you should just be able to kind of like press down on it, and it just gives you an indent.
True, that's what I did.
So if you're just taking it out of the refrigerator, you can put it in the microwave. Can you see the microwave? Okay, no, you can't. You can put it in the microwave for 5 seconds. So what I do is I put both in the microwave like this for 5 seconds, and then the next 5 seconds I'll turn it around. It takes about 5 or 10 seconds to get the butter soft if it's coming straight out of the refrigerator. 15 sometimes. So just kind of see. So I'll give you some time to go and soften your butter. 5-second increments. Also, this recipe calls for a mixture. So after we make the dough, we're going to dip it in cinnamon sugar. So that will require, I already made it, but that will require 3 tablespoons of sugar. So you can put it in a dish. Yes. I made 2. The reason I made 2 was because one has a more cinnamon flavor. That's kind of how I like it. But if you are from the DMV, the cookie shops have a more lighter coat. So what I did was I made 2. One has 3 tablespoons of sugar, and then 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this is what it looks like. I hope you can see it. That is with the 3 tablespoons of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. The other, which, depending on how much you like cinnamon, the cookie is good even without it, but it gives it a little twist. This has 3 tablespoons of sugar with 1 teaspoon. So not tablespoon. This is a tablespoon. But this has 1 teaspoon. Hold on. You might get it. Yeah, we're going to make it, but I need to explain. 1 teaspoon of 1 teaspoon of sugar and cinnamon mix. So you can put that to the side. I would go ahead and make that now. Your 3 tablespoons of sugar in a small bowl, along with either 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, or you can do the lighter version of cinnamon with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon in that 3 tablespoons of sugar. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. So I'm hoping that the butter is already softened. We've kind of worked on the cinnamon sugar mixture. So now we're going to get to actually making the cookie. And it's actually very simple. You can use just a regular bowl. If you have a mixer, automatic mixer, we're going to use the KitchenAid. But if not, you're going to need 2 bowls. You need 1 for dry ingredients, which I'm going to show you. And then you'll need 1 for the mixture. So that'll have more so your wet ingredients, not so much wet, but creamy ingredients, because we're going to whip up the butter and the sugar together. So let's start off with our sugar. So we need how many cups of sugar? 1.5. So I'm going to let Chef Bless put the sugar. Actually, you know what? Sorry, let's go to the regular bowl. Let's do that part. Let's do the dry ingredients. So we need the flour. Hold on, Bless. Do you know how much we need?
No.
Sit down. Oh, you can't reach it? If you can't reach it, go ahead. Okay, hold on. So we need 2 3/4 cups of flour. Was that all the way? So let me show you how you do it. Let me show the first one. Okay, so we're taking 1 cup of sugar. Let me show you how you do it. You got to kind of level it off. I'm a little experienced with it, but you could take a hand and do like that. So you get a full cup. So you want it to go all the way to the top. Okay? And so, Chef Bless, let me see you do the second.
Yay.
Let's see if you can follow those directions.
Wait, you just...
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, Mommy.
Okay. Okay, that's good. You're putting it in because we want to make sure we have the full cup. Okay. Hey moms or parents, let's go ahead and set our oven at 350 so the oven will be nice and hot for us when it's time to put the cookies inside of the oven. So set your oven at 350. Okay, so now we have to do 3/4, right? 3/4. So the recipe calls for 2 cups and 3/4 flour. So we're going to use the 1/4 measuring cup, and if we use 3 of the 1/4 cup, we will get that 3/4 because that's 3 out of the 4 cups. So do the same thing with that, Placida.
Wait, so do you want to do this?
Yeah, we need to do that. How many times? What did we just discuss? 3.
3.
Yes. So there you go. Good job. Enter in our new bowl. Okay. So that's scoop number 1.
Scoop number 2.
And let's fill it up a little more.
Okay.
There you go. See how we just got that real easy? Just wiping it on the bowl, on the bag. Okay. So that's scoop number
2.
Absolutely great.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, like that. And this is the last scoop.
Yes, that is the part Blessed was waiting for. Hey, Tanya.
Hi.
Okay, so is that scoop number 3?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we are done with the flour. So we're gonna close that up.
I want to see how
Put
the
that to the.
it.
She may be on. We're gonna put that to the side.
She's not doing this.
Okay, let's
That's
finish.
the
Let's
people
stay
who are
focused, bro. Okay. All right. So it's okay if you make a mess. So now we're going to incorporate all of our dry ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and add our cream of tartar. We're going to add our sea salt. We're going to add our baking soda. We're going to add all of those things. But we're going to have to use these measurements to get them in. Okay? To mix them up. So now we're going to start with, we could do the salt. So salt, half a teaspoon.
Okay. So,
Can I help you?
yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. So half a teaspoon of salt. Yes, there we go.
Ooh, that looks great. Oh, and you can use that rice.
Half a teaspoon. Sorry, y'all. I used to take half a tablespoon.
She did the wrong one.
Half a teaspoon of salt. Go ahead. You want to put it in?
A little though.
That's okay. Half a teaspoon of
Now which one? This big one?
baking soda. No, the same one. Get your half of it.
Oh,
You need my help? Let me see.
why
I'm a baker, so I use this stuff often, so I'm kind of low. Okay, so half a teaspoon of baking soda.
So, no food?
2 teaspoons.
This isn't 2. This is 2 sides.
No, that is half. 1, 2. 1/2 is half. So we don't want the half. We want the whole teaspoon. So the whole teaspoon is like this. And so we're
Mom, this one might not be bigger.
yeah, but it won't fit. See? It won't fit. So Mommy's going to pour it. Okay, 1 teaspoon. Two teaspoons.
I thought you said 1.
2.
Eh,
Okay, so that's it for our dry ingredients. So we have the flour, We have the cream of tartar. We have the baking soda. Yeah, so we can put that to the side because we won't need that anymore.
Do we need the butter?
So I also have a whisk. Maybe I should have gone over the different equipment I'm going to use or tools. So I have a whisk. We have the measuring cups. We also have the cookie scooper.
And that thing. Put the cookies on.
The cookie pan. This is a aluminum pan. This is a more professional pan. I prefer that pan because you get a nice even cook along with color. So when I use the regular store pans, I noticed that the cookies are more, they turn brown at the bottom faster. Another way that you can have your cookie to cook more evenly is by putting parchment paper in the pan. That will help with that. So we're just going to stir this up. We're going to mix all of this up. Go ahead and mix that up, please.
Okay.
And we have the little scraper.
I'm mixing it up. And I gotta get to mix it up.
That damn bit.
I mix it up.
Okay, we're just mixing enough just to kind of combine the ingredients. Really can't tell the difference. It just looks like, it just looks like flour. But we just, lightly mix it together so all the ingredients can combine. So we're going to sit this to the side. And now we're going to get to the creamy for the cookies. So we're going to take
butter.
Yeah, we're going to take butter too, but we're going to take the aluminum pan. Mixing bowl, rather. Oh, this is flour. Sorry.
Yeah, flour.
Sugar. I'm going to go rinse these out. How much sugar do we need? 1.5 cups of sugar.
1.5 cups of sugar.
So we're going to put the 1.5 cups of sugar in the bowl. You remember the technique Mommy just showed you?
Yes.
Let's get going, girl.
To do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I took a little bit. Well, why am I keep taking some? Oh, come on. Oh.
Okay, let's see where we go. So we need to fill it on up because we want 1.5. So we want to scoop in deeper. We're going to use this bag to kind of, there we go. See that, guys? We got 1 cup. Now, we want 1/2 cup. Let me explain. We want 1.5 cups. So that was 1 cup. So now we need that 1/2 cup. So the 1/2 cup is going to come right here to the second grid. So we're going to, that's too much. And that is perfect because it's right there at that second grid. All right. Thank you, Chef Bless. So now we have our sugar in the bowl, 1.5 cups. Then we're going to add our softened butter. Don't forget the softened butter.
It's nasty like that.
But it's soft. Some people cut it up depending on your mixture, your mixer. You can cut it up to blend it easy if you're using the handheld blender. We're just going to throw the whole stick of butter in there because we got a machine to do all the work for us. So that was 1/2 cup. 1 stick is 1/2 cup. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was my turn. I'm going to do the same thing what Chef Chris did.
That is Chef Mommy to you.
Oh,
Okay.
no, Mr. Lucy.
Hey. Okay, so we're going to put the cup of butter on the KitchenAid machine.
Someone says, thank you. We need a break from homeschool.
Yes. Take that break from homeschool.
This
you the opportunity, gives kids the opportunity to decide if they like to bake, if they like to cook. And if they do, you know, they can come up with inventions.
Anything.
Yes, inventions that
Like,
could
how to make
assist
hot
bakers
dogs.
and cookers. You know, they may want to make it a business for themselves to actually bake and cook. So
I got great business.
it's a great opportunity for children to determine if they like cooking or not.
Can I say something?
Sure.
The other if you don't want to do this, then you can do magic, lemonade stands, different stuff.
Magic? Okay. Let's get back to the baking. Okay. So let's just kind of blend up our
Blend it up.
yeah. So we're gonna blend. Hold on. We're gonna blend up our sugar and our butter.
No, I was gonna do it.
You got the wrong side, boo. Okay, but we're gonna start off slow. Yeah, just kind of let it mix up, blend it up, and just kind of go up. Ooh, over. That's the purpose of not going too fast. So blend it up. Blend it up, and then
See, look at it, blended everything up, and you can't see it. Look like
sorry y'all, I am
snow.
washing gloves right now, but those are my hands.
It
Yes,
looks
so
like
you-
ice cream.
So okay, when you start to see it kind of blending,
It looks like ice
and you
cream.
can kind of go up on it when it's setting to a medium.
Okay. It smells good, Mommy.
It should. It's sugar. What sugar doesn't smell good?
And it looks like ice cream.
So I'm gonna show you what it kind of looks like, what you'll get.
It looks like ice cream. And
But
it
I'm gonna let it
smells good.
just kind of blend for a couple of minutes.
Why so many people watching it? It was. It is like ice cream when you
Okay.
look at it.
So once it blends, excuse me, Chef Bless.
How long does it take, though?
Okay, I'm gonna give you an idea how it looks.
I'm going to taste some of it.
So this is how your mixture should look with just the sugar and the butter combined well. So it just has to be mixed well.
Can I taste it? Oh. But there's more.
I just want to get it from off the sides. You may not have to deal with this if you have a, if you're blending with the hand here.
You still have more.
Well, it's not, I'm not going to get it completely.
I can get it.
No. Okay, so now when you have it at this texture, we can now add the eggs. So you crack your 2 eggs.
Can I do one egg?
Yeah, well let me show how you crack 1 egg.
What?
And I always do it in a separate bowl to make sure I don't get any
Then
the
another egg.
shell.
You don't want the shell get in here.
Yes, you don't want the shell to get into your mixture, so we do it separate because you'll be able to see if a shell's inside. So go ahead and crack. Hold on now. Okay. You can.
I'm gonna wash my gloves hands.
No, just take them off. I'll give you new gloves.
Look. Nasty.
Normally, this should only take about 15-20 minutes. 15 or 20 minutes to get it going, to get it all done. But
What time?
so now we're gonna add the eggs to the mixture.
And I got new gloves.
And then we're going to also add our vanilla, which is 1 teaspoon.
And you can make that for dessert. Right?
Make what for dessert?
This is cookie.
I'll do this one so we don't spill it because I'm already spilling it. Okay, we're gonna add that to the mixture.
What is that?
Vanilla.
I want it. Wait, did you put that over?
So the eggs are in there. So we want a good mix. We want a good mix.
And we can show you how to do it.
We're gonna get it. It's gonna be a more pale color mix. I'll show you that in a second.
Mommy. Mommy.
Yeah, let's finish baking. So I'm gonna show you how that looks.
It smells yummy.
I'm start putting my stuff away because I'm done with it.
It's about that
I'll let you know. So just mix it for a couple of minutes till it's
Okay.
nice and blended.
Cookies. You can make the cookies. What it says that I want some cookies.
Oh yes, we'll bring you some cookies. Absolutely. 'Cause we're gonna have plenty.
I need to make some.
Yeah. Well, what about the ones we're making?
Uh,
We give those to someone.
that's something that
Okay.
I'm thinking.
So now I'm just gonna kind of pull it out so you can look at the texture of it. See how you have a nice creamy texture? I'll bring it a little closer.
It looks yummy too.
Looks yummy.
It looks like ice cream.
So here is the texture of the cream mixture. Okay? So now it's time for an upgrade on the KitchenAid. But anyway. So now we're going to start mixing our ingredients. So we had the cream, we mixed up the cream ingredients, and now we're gonna incorporate all those dry ingredients like the flour, the cream of tartar, the salt, the baking soda, those things. And then I just want to show you guys something. Normally your blender will come with a hook, a dough hook. This is the KitchenAid hook. This is actually good for this. It's probably better than using that, but because I was mixing the sugar and the eggs, I just used the same paddle. But this is really a dough paddle, and it's probably better. We should have probably used that. So now we're gonna do that 1 cup at a time, just to not make a mess. So easy to make a mess with the flour. And so here is a clean measuring cup. So I'm gonna show you. So I have it off right now. I'm gonna keep it off, and then I'm gonna add this 1 cup of flour. Right? I'm gonna kind of push it down.
What did you get flour in there? Oh, not much.
You forgot already. Okay, and so we're just gonna start it off on low so it won't fly everywhere. And then you'll begin to see as you are as you are putting the flour inside your mixture, you'll start to see it thicken up like a dough. So that's good. Like, you just want to kind of watch and see, like, when you're not really seeing flour, and then you just add more. Let's turn it off. Might be better. There you go. So I would recommend, so you won't have the spill like we just had, at a time, cup at a time, whatever it just depends on how deep your bowl is and what you feel more comfortable with. Trial and error, you'll see. If it starts splashing everywhere, you know you put too much flour in there, so maybe put less. So I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to let Chef bless put the flour from the side so you don't spill it. Yeah, just hit it, yeah. It'd be easier with the, and we put it on a slow. Yes, it's thickening up. You see it thickening up?
No.
It's thickening up. Well, look at it. You're not looking at it. You funny. Yes, you see that? It looks much different. Let me just show you guys what it's looking like. Where we are. You see that? It's like a dough now. You see how it's sticking to the paddle? It's getting thicker. So we're going to keep on moving with that. And I'm actually going to scrape the sides of the bowl.
I want to eat it.
This you can't eat because it has raw eggs and it is not safe to eat raw eggs. So it's going to be even better once it's cooked. Okay, here, you want to put this in? Okay. Tilt it. There you go. Now, let's kind of move it around so we won't get the flash.
I'm going to move it around.
So you'll see it's going to get hard. Hard to whisk. So just increase your power. Go up a speed. All right.
I'm doing this.
I'm going to go ahead and just hurry up. Put it in there and get it going.
This might take like for 2 o'clock. Right? What time is it?
And the rest of it. So it's getting harder, so we're going to turn it up. Yes. Alright, that's the last bit for the see how it's making my machine go through this tremble because it's thick, the dough is thick. Alright.
Oh my God.
Okay. No, just get it from off of there.
Okay.
Like I told you, I put parchment paper in my pan, so I can scoop it up. All right. So now we have. Sorry, Black. Let's get to bacon because let's get it. So I'm getting all the residual off. Oh yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Let me just show you what this looks like.
Yay! Thank you.
This is what it looks like. This is what your dough should look like. It's cookie dough. Sugar cookies, very similar to sugar cookies. So that's what your dough looks like.
And you say thank you to me, not you.
Okay, that's fine for you, boo. But I thought we were the same.
We are.
Okay. So the cookie dough is good. So for this one, we're going to use the lighter cinnamon mixture. We'll use both.
So you have to pour all of it?
So this is the lighter, make it so you can see. Lighter, darker cinnamon mix. So what you do is, you want to take your cookie, if you have a cookie scooper. If not, take a tablespoon or a teaspoon, depending on how big you want your cookie to be. Here's our pan. And so, like I told you, I like to use the parchment paper. So I start putting mine in the corner so the paper will stay down, but I'm gonna show you what I mean. So you take a scoop of the dough. Take a scoop of the dough. I put it in my hands. You can scoop up one. Put it in your mixture. Roll it around. And you can determine, like, if you want to do the whole cookie, you just want to do the top of the cookie. Just depends on what you want. I actually might just stick a little bit in here just to get a more cinnamon look. And then you just place it on your cookie sheet. Now, when you put it on the cookie sheet, you want your cookie dough scoops to be at least 2 inches. So this is my kitchen ruler. So I'm going to go to the inches just to measure. So that's 2 inches right here, and that's the beginning of 1. So they need to be at least 2 inches. So my next one should go right there. Can you? Oh, you can't see it. Can you see it now? Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna have to help you. Can you all see it?
See, I did that thing. Okay, I'm logging on and back in.
Okay.
Oh, it's so tricky though.
Okay. So you're just gonna keep doing that.
So put in this one. Which one?
Whichever one you want. Do you want a darker one? Do you want a lighter one? Just dip it in a little bit. Let's put it in the corners first. So we can flip it around. So that's all you do. Dip them in the sugar. Put them on a pan.
Mommy. I never did.
I'm just going to do a few and get them in the oven so you know what the process is. And then, please show me, that's about 2 inches right there.
Yes, we see.
Please show us your product.
Yes, we see.
Your cookies. Go ahead, keep on going. Okay, so you can see that they're, that's 2 inches. That's approximately 2 inches. So that when a cookie bakes, see, that's 1 inch, that's 2. It could be a little closer, but that's okay. At least 2 inches apart from each other. Okay. So I'm a little more accustomed to baking, so, you know, it doesn't really take me much time to work it out. Bless. There you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to do it.
It's a thicker dough, so it takes longer to. You want it to do like a little darker one.
You're doing the darker one?
It doesn't matter. I just wanted to show them.
I did dark.
I just wanted to show them that you could do light, you could do dark, depending on what you want. Okay? Let's hurry up until we get in the oven. So how's it working out? Is anyone actually baking with us?
Someone? You can't say no to me.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the other cookie scooper so we can speed this up.
Yeah. It looks like you're making pretzels though.
No, we're not making pretzels.
I know, but can we one day?
Yeah, we can make pretzels. It's flour and you just gotta get the technique of making it look like a pretzel, but that's not hard. So we want 2 inches apart.
I'm doing mine terrible. Oh yeah.
Now you're doing a wonderful job, you know. And as you do it, as you continue to do things, you get better. You know?
You're doing the light one?
Yeah, I'm trying to light ones. Let's just make sure they're 2 inches apart. This is the instructions we're giving, so we gotta follow those.
What? Those instructions? Thanks. What? What?
It's gonna be an interesting.
And my thumb.
So this can make anywhere to 2 to 3 dozens, depending on how.
Mommy, people are saying yes.
Okay, great. This can make anywhere from 2 to 3 dozens,
Try
depending on how big you make your cookies. This is a 1-inch scooper, but you can do a 1.5-inch scooper. You'll get bigger cookies, so you'll get less. You'll get less cookies, but you'll get bigger cookies.
I'm having mine in.
Okay, we just need one more, and then we can stick these in.
No, Mommy,
don't push it down in there. That's not what you do. Hold on, let me show you. The cookie scoop is enough. You don't have to, because when you do like this, if you push down, it's harder for it to come out. Okay, there you go.
Oh, you do it.
Okay, put it back in and do it again. Last cookie, guys. In the oven they go. Okay, you don't have to do that. Okay.
I put mine in dark.
That's fine. So we have a mixture of dark and light. And we'll actually, you need help?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have our cookies on the cookie sheet. Now, if you look at it, you can see how some are darker than others because of that mixture. So these have a lighter coat of cinnamon than the others. So we'll see how it turns out. Please let us know how yours turns out. You know what? Take a picture, post it up, put it on my page, or tag me in it, so that we know how your cookies came out, and tell us how you enjoyed them. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in the oven. We had the oven set at 350. We're gonna cook for. Excuse me,
that's true.
In the oven they go. We're gonna set the timer for. I'm going to set my timer for 12 minutes. So the cooking time can go anywhere from 8 minutes to 12 minutes. I found that I like it more at the 11, 12 minute mark. These cookies are not supposed to be hard. They're actually supposed to be very soft and chewy. But I found that when you cook them at 8 minutes, they're a little too soft. But I found the perfect time frame to be between 11 and 12 minutes. So go ahead and set your timer for like 8 minutes, 9 minutes if you want, so that you can kind of check it and see how it looks, if they're fully done, or if you want them a little darker. Then set your timer for another 2 to 3 minutes. Just remember that each minute counts, so you can easily overcook anything you're baking by a minute. So you just want to be very cautious of the timer that you're putting on your oven or digital clock.
It's going to take forever now.
So we set ours at what? How many minutes? 12. We have how many more minutes?
11.
Yeah. 10 now. So don't forget to let us know. I'm going to show you the product.
That's how we did it.
Yes, this is how your cookies should turn out. This is with the darker cinnamon mixture. And I'll put a picture up of the cookies that we use the lighter mixture, if you use that one. So don't forget to post your picture. Let us know how we did as well. Thank you for joining our virtual baking class. Next week, we're going to get ready to mix. I'll be sending out what we will be making next week. So you guys be safe. Keep God the center of your life. Stay focused. Use this time that we have at home to prepare We love you all. And thanks so much for participating. Say bye, Bless.
Bye.
Don't forget to let us know how your cookies are.
Wait. Wow. Get info, chat, Chrissy. A lot of times we don't think 1 minute makes such a big difference.
Yes, 1 minute makes a big difference when you baking. Honey, you can burn some stuff up in 1 minute. So, just be cautious of the time.
Oh, and it says 9 minutes on ours.
So, we got 9 minutes left. I'll post a picture of our cookies.
Oh, yeah, right that way.
All right, guys. Be encouraged. Love, love, love.
Bye.